And we're live.
Hello, people. This is Trina and RetroTechy live for the first time for Streamyard for me because I've never used it except for with the shared link. I was gaming. But Trina forced me off my game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She screamed and threw things from Toronto to the
Right?
Montreal area. Essentially, is what happened.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give this a shot because again, I've never used this. I've always used OBS for my attempts to stream. And we have no script. I've sent out invites to random people, random computer people. And so far,
Last I know, Mike was on Dave's vintage Apple
because
thingy.
he's streaming.
He is streaming.
Oh, that Dave. Okay.
So,
I guess we can talk about what happened this weekend. Adam is back, even though Adam keeps disappearing and coming back.
Hello.
Welcome,
Hello.
Adam. We're pulling it out of our rear ends because I don't have much going on. I was just game streaming, and I thought I'd just give this a shot because Trina bullied me.
Okay.
So, and you have a fancy microphone, and I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I figured I'd just leave it on.
Well, I'm jealous because I want one of those.
They're from Australia.
I'm not driving there.
You want one of these?
I have two of those.
I have this one and this one.
Are you just giving them away because you have so many?
No, I only give them away to anyone who's not you.
Oh, well. A
wow.
lot of people say that. So,
Because you keep asking for them, you're never going to get one.
well,
I have built 4 of them, and I think I can build 2 more maybe.
what you built for or you repaired for?
Well, I took like 8 and then combined them into 4.
Gotcha.
I have a bowl of keys left.
That's good eating.
Put a little milk on it, a little sugar.
Yeah, there's enough left here for 1 more keyboard.
We're going to see how this works. I don't know how to swap it. Oh!
Yeah.
I'm just testing this out just for fun. There's Trina.
Hi.
There's Adam again. With
Yeah.
his green Mac, which I really actually like the green, personally. Better than the orange.
I'm gonna do a stream on that soon. I've got all the bits and pieces together finally to actually build that.
Ooh.
Nice.
I can't do that. I'm not good at that.
It's got a green CRT in it.
I'm getting echo from someone.
Yeah.
It's probably from me.
2. I.
Echo.
Maybe you need headphones.
Yeah, let me switch to headphones. Hang
Okay.
on.
So, garage sale weekend over here in my area. No Macs. Nobody has any Macs for sale.
No?
I've asked people, like, do you have any, like, vintage computers? And they look at me like I'm crazy.
Well,
It might be a little.
to be fair,
Oh, well, you gotta ask. You never know.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna
Is that better?
Yes,
yes.
much
Sweet.
better.
Don't be mad at me. I might have sold the eMac.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody contacted me regarding my ad for all the iMacs.
Yep.
And said, do you have an eMac? Would you happen to have an eMac you want to sell? And I kind of went, okay.
Sure. You got the top of the line eMac to sell.
Yeah.
I
So
bet they're happy. How much are they giving you?
they gave me 150.
No.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm gonna fill up my Coke. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
$150 for an eMac.
I asked 150 and he said, okay.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the I bought a whole bunch of iMacs for like $25 a piece, and then like most people are like, I'll give you $30. Like, oh great, I'm gonna make a whole lot of money on this deal. And then one person's like, oh, I'll pay you $400 for that one because
Sweet.
it's blue, it's like it's yellow or whatever color, and they're like, that's the one I've been looking for.
Okay then.
Wait, on Steve's last stream, he said there was some guy that said that he bought like an iMac for like $400 or $500. Did you sell it to him? Because that's a
No.
crazy price.
No, I was on that stream, and the guy was asking me because he knew me. Hey, I just bought this whatever slot load iMac from eBay. I only paid $399, and I'm like, dude, it's $25. Come on, what are you doing?
Well, that
I guess
eMac.
Steve missed the part where he already bought it. He's like, oh no, don't do that. That's a ripoff. And the guy's like, well, I already bought it. I'm like, oh.
Well, some people are desperate for it. I can't do prices like that personally, but Trina, I'm glad you sold that eMac for so much. That I got completely for free. So
Yeah, I remember you saying.
guy was just bought a house and he was trying to get rid of it, and he's like, first person comes to get it can keep it. It's like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
grab it
Yeah.
and make a video on it. That's all.
I just won the auction for the last zip drive I wanted to buy.
Nice.
You're getting all the colors.
I got this one.
The Japanese one or something.
It's a red
Yeah.
and yellow Firewire.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's it?
From Yahoo Japan.
Are you? The shipping is it not killing you for Japan to here?
The way it
where you
works, the way I do it, I use a broker, and then I buy all kinds of other weird stuff, and they hold it all up to 30 days, and then they bundle it all together in one box, and you pay one shipping.
What's the company?
Buy
Buye? Buye?
BUYEE.jp.
I'm gonna check that out. Because I'm always buying I'm trying to buy more Japanese stuff that I could play around with. Oh,
Yeah, there's some cool stuff you can get from there. A lot of stuff that nobody collects here is just cheap there. Like I bought some NuBus video cards. They just call it junk. Here, the people are selling $200, $300, $400 for a good video card, and over there it's like, oh, this is junk, $25. Okay.
it's old. It's garbage.
Yeah.
Have you ever found one of those power books? The which model is it? The multicolored one that they only sold in Japan.
Oh, the LGPA one.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that. It's ugly.
But
I like the color of it.
So
There you
buy
go.
a normal one and spray paint the pieces.
effectively
And you're
that's
done.
the difference.
I mean,
Yeah.
all you have to do is get one of these. Come on, out of the way.
That's better.
Get one of these,
Mm-hmm.
and then take it apart. And you
And
just
spray
spray paint
paint
each piece.
Unfortunately, those around here are people want $200 to $400 for them.
For these things,
Yeah.
this is my PowerBook 165C,
Okay.
and I got it off Mercari for $50 maybe.
Yeah.
It works fine.
Well, now you're gonna do a video on taking it apart, spray painting it, putting it back together, and selling it for $4,000 locally.
Here's the problem with doing a video on that, is that if I spray paint this, all of the Mac purists will be like, "You ruined that. Why'd you ruin that?"
Yeah,
Or you're making a fake thing, like you're making a counterfeit thing. Like, oh.
And
Here's the thing-
here's
Go
an Apple Macintosh PowerBook 150 with power supply. They want $200 for it.
That's because of where you are.
Yeah, but
Everything
that's
over
a
there is
lot.
rip-off prices.
It's like trying to buy stuff in Australia. Everything's expensive.
Yeah.
But when people
I just
complain
spray
about
paint it black and just have this.
that's cool. But I find when people complain about that, like, oh, you're changing the machine, you should leave it alone. It's like, it's not your machine, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's my property.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want with it. And when people get angry, like sometimes people will put like Dave, for example, he put a a Mac Mini motherboard inside one of his classic Macs.
Yeah.
Good on him. He wants to do it. Good. Enjoy. It's his property. Do whatever you want. Like he bought it.
Around here, I've got an SC that I put it's a classic that I put an LCD and a Mac Mini inside, and everybody got mad. And I'm like, dude, the motherboard was battery bombed. The CRT's neck was broken. I took the floppy drive and the hard drive out, and I used it in an SE. What do you want from me? Like, and I didn't modify the case at all. I built adapters so that it all fits in there without modifying the plastic.
Yeah.
It's like it's still the original parts, but now it runs OS 10 and it's in color. Like, no, well, that's just you should have found the correct parts to fix it. I'm like, well, there's not enough motherboards left to fix all of the cases. Sorry. But I mean, like, somebody see how this has a Wi-Fi card sticking out the side?
Yeah.
It's really freaking ugly. Well, I was going to modify this and like 90-degree angle the internal port so the card's just inside like an airport card. Like, oh, you're going to ruin the computer. Like, it'll never be the same. I'm like, well, it'll be like the next version that only had one slot because the airport card was inside. So what's the difference? And they're like, oh, but no, it's not original anymore. I'm like, but it's my PowerBook. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, really.
When my Apple logo's upside down, you want me to like turn it right side up? No.
Just like the rest.
Yep.
Anyways,
I'll make a fish tank out of an iMac. I actually did that once. People got.
well, I've seen locally people who turn some of those, some of the G3s into like the cat, little cat houses or whatever they are.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Hey,
horrible.
that's what I should do with my iMac G3s.
Yeah, just smash them on the ground to get rid of all that, stuff on the inside.
The inside stuff that's not important.
Yeah, no.
There you
just
go.
Got it out.
Yeah.
Like a fish.
Well, I have it's not a quad, but I have a G5 that somebody gutted, and they changed the interior so it fit a MATX motherboard. And then he told me he Hackintoshed what he put inside, which was just like really strange to me.
Oh, that's weird.
He's like, yeah, my wife wanted a Mac, but I thought I'd build her one. I was like, okay. So I still have it over here.
I built a Hackintosh once, but I actually built it out of like PC stuff. I
Right.
put it in like a 4U rack mount case.
Nice.
I still have it somewhere in this pile. It's got a Core 2 quad in it.
Okay, you call it your
High-tech
pile.
stuff. Huh?
Your pile.
Yeah, I have a pile. Haven't you seen it? Yeah, I was trying to count compact Macs the other day, and I have 12 of them on the shelf over here. And I forgot that there's 3
Sitting right
up
behind you.
there. Those all work too. I'm like, oh yeah, my SEs.
It's only a problem once you have like 30 of them. Before then, you're fine.
Once you get to the
2Es.
Steve level.
Oh, he's past it. His work.
I have more than 32 Es. I need to get rid of some. I was trying to fix this 2E motherboard on my stream today, and I got so frustrated because somebody else worked on it before me. I hate it when somebody else works on something before me. But they totally jacked up the RAM. Like, it's all just, yeah.
What's that sound in the background?
That's the washing machine.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't supposed to be streaming now, my wife said, well, this is a good time to do laundry. Just as I joined you guys. Sorry.
There's nobody
Okay.
watching. It's at 0 anyways. Don't worry. I'm just testing this out because Trina forced me into it.
We were on, was it Trina's thing? Where everybody in the chat was like, I want to join. And like it ended up everybody in the whole chat was basically on the stream.
I think it was Dave, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Dave's. That was
Was that
Dave's.
Dave's? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was funny though.
That was like
like-
10 of us in this on the chat.
And we were all in there, and then there was like 2 people watching. It's like, oh. Like all
I think
of the
I left
viewers
my
are
browser
in it.
window open the whole time too, so I gave him view hours.
You were
even
still
though I was
giving
there.
view hours. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I joined my own stream from my regular account
Mm.
while it's on, so it looks like there's an extra viewer.
Nice.
Oh.
So what did you find at the art sales? Anything?
Well, it's not retro in the least bit.
It's Sony.
PS Vista?
Vita.
Okay.
So, I didn't realize this.
Dude, I don't keep up with that stuff. That's sort of like what, like a
The game
like
console.
the newer version of like a PSP.
Yeah, slightly newer. Yeah.
Okay.
So this takes like cards that you put on top. But you also, this is one thing I learned about this. So I paid like barely anything for this. These things go for, well, locally, I'm going to say like $150, $200 Canadian. Okay? Just for
Yeah.
one of these. Now I paid $40 for this. They told me their
Nice.
price. They wanted $40, complete in box, everything. It works. It turns on. The screen, I believe it's an OLED panel too, which is fantastic, right? Okay. So I charge it. Go to use it. Go put in a game because he gave me a bunch of games. To run a game, I had no idea because it's like a console that nobody owns, effectively. Sony made it, but not many were sold. You need a working memory card in it. It acts, I guess, as the system memory, so it copies games over to system memory, from what I can understand.
It's like
Like,
a
it's not-
memory stick duo though, or something, some Sony thing.
It's a Sony kind of memory card. Exactly. You can't just take any memory card. You can't take oh, hold on. There's Eric in the woods, I think.
Oh, hey Eric.
Hey,
Yeah,
Eric.
you were camping.
I'm only going to do this for a few minutes because, mobile.
It's all good. Just
Oh,
that
you're
I
on like
stream with nobody.
1998 QuickTime.
What's that?
It does look
You're,
like that.
You're like 3 frames per second. You look like the old streams from like an Earthlink or something.
Yeah.
How you
It's a
doing, man?
slideshow, I'm sure.
It looks pretty. It looks okay. We were just talking about this weird thing I got this with the Sony. You have to take a PS Vita, and it's focusing on my face. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's very branded Sony stuff because Sony wants to make their own money on their own memory cards, but the
Oh,
memory
okay.
card is not working.
Yeah. Sorry,
That
midges.
sucks.
It really does suck, and the only thing to get around this, I've tried cleaning the connector with alcohol. I've tried rebooting it. I've tried rebuilding the OS. Nothing works.
Oh.
It's this vintage thing, Eric.
Ah,
Have you seen this thing?
that looks very modern.
Well, it's a few years old. We'll call it vintage.
You
To
want
the
to-
Oh,
kids
you're
today,
zip
it's
this?
vintage.
Look, zip drive.
Mm.
I used to have those.
Put the zip drive disc in.
Fancy machine.
Yeah, but watch this.
Is he gonna shoot it out?
I'm gonna hit eject on the Mac.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk over to the lakeshore and show you where I'm at.
See, it just pops
All
up, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you put it back in and you point it, can't see and also see at the same time. Do it like
I don't know if you can
this.
see behind me or not.
Watch this.
Wow.
Watch this.
Wow.
And it breaks your disc. That's very
Got a
cool of
strong
you, Eric.
spring.
Yeah, this is actually was brand new. I got it brand new in the box at a garage sale for $5.
What's the body of water behind you, Eric?
That is the Straits of Michigan, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron meet
Okay.
near Mackinac City in the between the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan.
Very nice.
Are you out there all by yourself?
No, my wife's here.
It's like where the thumb divides.
Very cool. I'm jealous you got to get away.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Oh. Well, I work with schools, so we're almost done.
Yeah,
I'll be
there
Eric,
you
I
done
go.
just saw
mid-July.
your post about going on a trip, like I guess 2 days late.
Yeah. So this is the home away from home.
Nice.
Jealous. We were talking about. I said I went out to the garage sales in my area, and I had one today,
Yeah.
and I made a whole $40.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a long day from 8 to 3:30 for
For
$40.
Yeah.
Oh, you were selling stuff.
I was trying.
He was trying to sell some stuff.
A lot
Yeah.
of lookers, but no takers.
Let's see, what's minimum wage?
Pretty much. It was a big waste, so I don't think I'm doing it again. I'm sticking to local buy and sell ads from now on.
You
because
actually-
that was a waste.
You actually broke even because you made 40 and then you bought that PS thingy for $40.
But
Yeah.
technically, I paid another 20 for the game, so I lost $20.
Oh no.
My daughter made money. She
Well,
wanted
there
to
you
sell.
go.
Well, she wanted to sell lemonade, right? And I
Yeah.
thought about it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to buy cups. I'm gonna have to buy the lemonade. I'm gonna make sure if people buy it, right? I gotta put a garbage out. I gotta do all this extra work. I said, I'm gonna buy you some box drinks and put it in a bowl with some ice. I said, and that's just the same exact thing as far as I'm concerned. So she made $6,
Nice.
but I lost like $3 on buying her the box drinks.
I was going to say, she didn't pay for the box drinks, did she?
No. She's
No.
very young, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
you
need
got
some.
to start them out with capitalism slowly.
That's right.
Kind of ease them into it.
See, I need one of you to come here and to resolder this for me.
Is that a NES game?
Yeah.
I can solder that for
Resolder
you.
the pins.
But I don't want to mail it out. So if you could fly here,
No.
like
I
it would
don't-
be.
I don't think you're getting Eric away from his home, away from home.
Oh, I'm closer to. Well, no, I'm not really closer to. I'm farther away.
No.
Dude, if you lived
No,
in the
where are
US,
you
I could
at?
I could figure it out.
He's
but
in
not
Montreal.
Canada.
I guess I'm technically closer.
No. No,
To Montreal?
You're not going to Montreal.
Well, yeah, that was the no,
She doesn't want to come to Montreal.
So,
Why not? It's
because my French.
She has spoken.
you don't need to speak French in Montreal. That's a myth.
Voulez-vous un couche, s'il vous plaît?
Okay, now let me know when you're gonna try speaking French. Okay, so
Omelette du fromage.
we love tourists over here, so don't worry about going to the island of Montreal. Anywhere else around Montreal, then you got a problem.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the island, you're perfectly fine. Trina was just there, so she knows.
Yeah. I was
And
there for 3 days and I got to meet RetroTechy face to face.
I
there you go.
love Canada. Well, I wish you guys would annex Michigan.
Okay.
It ain't gonna happen, but I wish you would.
You can have Northwest Pennsylvania too while you're at it.
See, that's the problem. Nobody likes the neighborhood. They don't want us. So, well,
We'll take you in.
I'm gonna sign off because
All right.
Data.
Thanks for
multi-plan,
joining.
all that.
See you
See you
later.
guys.
Have a great camping
Bye,
trip.
Eric.
Oh, I
Have
will.
fun.
I'll
Good to
hug
see
a
ya.
tree for you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
And it's back together.
What is the game?
Nothing fantastic.
Is that what it's actually called? Nothing. Oh,
No. Super team games.
I was like, is this what it's really called? Nothing fantastic.
What it does, I've cleaned the pins like with a pink eraser, right?
Yeah.
And then you go over with alcohol. I've used even one of these. This is called a one-up card. Okay, they're abrasive, right? So you put alcohol on one side, and you clean the pins, and then use the other side. So I've cleaned this thing like 400 times, and it just reboots, constant rebooting,
Oh,
right at the beginning, which usually means if a Nintendo does that, there's a thing called a lockout chip, because Nintendo is like Sony in that way, where you need to do things their way, right? We're a lot of companies these days. So they had this chip on the PCB that Nintendo back in the time made it or tried to make it so no other companies could make games for their system because of Atari. Atari let anybody make games, and they died because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because their games turned to garbage. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they did is they put a chip on the board, and they put a chip in the Nintendo, in the original Nintendo. The lockout chip. So the two chips, when you put a cartridge in, it connects to the chip on the Nintendo, and it sends like a signal, essentially unlocking it, so it works.
Do you have a top loader or a front loader?
Front loader. I've never seen a top loader here that would be reasonably priced. Right?
Okay. Well, the reason I asked that is because sometimes games that have the CEC chip don't like the top loader because it doesn't have the CEC chip.
That I didn't know.
They finally dumped that stupid thing.
Oh, it was a waste.
Yeah, they save money by not putting it in the console anymore. But the thing is, some older games were like, I don't want to work because I can't talk to the CEC chip.
It's like people talk about Apple now with the way they do things, and like their shifty practices about locking companies out, or their 30% for their apps or whatever it is. But it was this is in the 80s. Like it was done in the 80s.
Repair thing is a joke. So yeah. No, I'm an Apple fan, but only stuff that had a rainbow logo on it and earlier. I still use Macs that are newer than that, but I'm not a fan of that company. I'm a fan of the company up until they started making things out of translucent plastic.
Oh, so till PowerPC. Well, to the iMac.
The Power Mac G3, that was beige.
Yeah.
That was when I ended up being a fan of their hardware.
I have one.
After that, it was like,
right there.
Yeah. Yeah, send that over here.
I used to have like 3 of them.
I have a desktop beige, but I don't have the tower.
Is that it right there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Desktop?
Yeah,
Tower?
mine has a zip drive, though. Mine's better.
All in one? Is under. No, mine. Well, this one has a zip drive. Not that one. But I have another one of those. I'm selling to a buddy for $20.
I have a bunch of 7600 and 7500s. I should probably break out of storage and just get rid of them now. But they're not popular enough yet. That's the years that are not they're underappreciated.
They're
Also,
not
they're
very
falling
good looking.
apart because the plastic is disintegrating.
Well, it's also the looks, right?
Yeah.
People want a
Joe
specific
gave me
look.
some new power buttons though. I gave him the 3D print pattern, and he printed me some new power buttons. Because otherwise, you push the power button,
And
it's
snaps.
like crumble.
Yeah. A bunch of mine are like that. Some of them I gotta take like a pencil. Take it through.
Trina's having a snack.
She's been eating the whole time. Where's Charlie? We need Charlie. Charlie's to your right. Sleeping.
In the bedroom.
He's always in the bedroom.
Yeah, well, he watches Facebook videos, so that way I don't hear it in the background.
What is he watching on Facebook?
I don't know.
Did you guys ever see the video of the first time they brought a computer with a floppy drive into outer space?
No?
So one time on the shuttle, they went to Mir, the old Russian space station, and they took a Macintosh portable because they had managed to. I'm not going to be able to show it, but when they hit eject, because remember the old Macs had auto eject, and so it would just pop out.
Yep.
They hit eject, and it just went like across
It flies across
the cabin. And
That's epic.
it hit another astronaut, right?
Oh,
So we all watched that. I mean, people of my age did, and we're like, oh, that's somebody should have figured out how to make that disc stop flying across the cabin. And so anyway, in the 90s, I worked at Epson, and I ended up on this team where we were tasked with making a printer to print on the shuttle and on Mir to print out updates to the mission plan.
Okay.
And so we took a stock 1520 inkjet printer, tested it in all these kind of chambers, and did all this stuff. And I had to like fly to Johnson Space Center and work with these guys and
Wow.
figure out all this junk. And they're like, okay, this should work. And so we sent it up. It was the same flight that John Glenn went back up. The guy who was from the 60s, one of the first guys to go in space,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
space shuttle when he was older. They brought this printer up. And they're like, okay, let's print out the mission report update. And they print it out, and the paper goes across the cabin, like what happened about 6 years earlier with the floppy disk. And I said, maybe we should put some kind of catch on that so that the paper doesn't just fly out. And they're like, you think? And shortly
That's
after,
awesome.
I was let go from the NASA liaison team, and I'm like, damn it.
That's still pretty cool that you got to be a part of that.
Yeah, well, they printed out the cover of the mission like guidelines
Yeah.
on orbit, and the whole crew signed it, and then they sent it to me like, thanks for making a printer for us.
Oh,
So
wow.
I have that, but I also didn't get to work on it much longer after that first try because we totally screwed it up.
That's still awesome that you're part of that. My job has never been with computers, so
What is your job?
my job effectively it's okay. So Trina has to do with computers. You do with computers. My job has to do more with I work with a group of schools where I live, well, general vicinity, and I have to bring in outside community groups, organizations, people in the community to work with our schools. These are all like elementary schools. I mean, I've done stuff like coding clubs for the schools or computer clubs, things like that, where I get like organizations to help kids teach coding and learn how computers are used. So that's been part of it in the past. But yeah, effectively, like this stuff here is just personal interest. Like I got started, well, with Mac stuff at least. It was an iPod, as odd as that sounds. I know, like it's like very weird to look at this stuff and to think of it, but iPod Touch, like second gen, because I always grew up thinking that I couldn't afford any of this stuff. Like Apple stuff was like, always seen as like you have to be rich
Right.
to use a Mac or to use an Apple computer. Like, who else can afford to do this? And I always like, bless you. And I always lusted after like getting like honestly the computer I wanted back in like the was in the power bless you PowerPC days. I really wanted a Mac Mini.
Yeah.
And I remember like in the PowerPC days, like 2005 or whenever when that Mini came out, the G4 Mini, I always thought it was like so amazing. I was like, it's such a little computer, and it's so much better than like the PC stuff. But that was the one I really wanted. It's
What I
not.
think's
It's not good
funny
to what
is
I do
that
now.
The Dell Mini and the HP Mini that they still sell now, that are roughly the same size as a Mac Mini,
Yeah,
they still have these enormous power bricks
yeah.
that you have to plug them into. Like, have you guys not figured out how to? Like, it's been 15 years. You can't figure it out yet.
No.
Oh, they figured it out. They just want you to buy another power brick once your cat eats yours, right?
That's just easier for them to buy a power brick and not worry about designing their own power supply. But anyway, my wife just came down and said that our dinner is ready, so I'm going to take off. But
Thanks
for
joining.
Let me join you guys.
No
All
problem.
right.
Have a good one.
Later.
See ya.
Bye.
And now
And
it's just the Canucks.
That's right. Hold on.
What are you doing down there?
Sniffing a lot. No, but I'm just sending a message.
Oh.
To the wife. I just asked about something. That was cool that they both joined.
Yeah.
There was one person watching for about a minute, and then they left.
They went This is going nowhere.
This is
fast.
absolutely. He's not fixing anything.
Yeah.
He
he's
doesn't
not-
solder.
He's not gaming.
No, no more gaming. The gaming is done. No,
You'll have to figure out how to game with Streamyard.
I'm sure there's a way. But again, I'd have
That way, when you're playing hockey, I can get out of your friggin' end. What's wrong with you? Move, hustle, let's go.
Well, there is a way to do it, but I have a capture card connected to the Xbox, obviously, and it comes straight to the computer. I would need another application that can take the, put it open into a window in its own window, and I don't want to have to open OBS and open Streamyard, and then connect Streamyard to take the window from OBS, because you're going to see like all the controls on the bottom, and it's just going to be a whole cluster of
Yeah.
So this needs to be repaired, okay? Because I paid for this and I need it fixed.
Well, I don't solder either, so shake it all you want at me.
Well, a buddy of mine, he's like, that I've done trades with and all that. Like he likes, well, he's more like vintage alt computers.
Okay.
Just lately he's gone to Macs, more because of me, I think. And he's repaired a bunch of mine. And I was going to say, oh yeah, so I've told him in the past, I was like, yeah, I said, I might as well just learn how to solder. I'm like, because most of, like, especially my beige Macs, right? They, hold on, this arm. There we go. So like some of these, like my 840 AV.
Just one sec.
Yeah. Charlie, where's my supper? Charlie!
I would starve to death if I waited for him for supper.
Well, he's watching Facebook videos.
I know. Come on for a sec.
The pizza's here. Charlie!
Look
Oh,
who
Charlie
it
can't
is.
hear me though.
No, hold on. I'm gonna change the sound source. There you go.
Coughing.
Charlie, help me.
Guys.
Charlie, you can help me over here. We have one viewer watching me cough.
Oh no.
Oh, what?
Did you break it?
Are you watching yourself?
Oh, someone left a comment on a video. Am I watching myself?
You said you had one watcher.
No, it went away. Yeah, no, that wasn't me. It definitely wasn't Charlie, because Charlie watches Facebook videos for some odd reason.
Because they're entertaining.
What was the video?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, is that entertaining? You have no idea what it was.
Which side are you on? This is so weird because it's opposite side to like the screen.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to have supper now too.
Oh.
Because I saw my Ring application just go off, and there was somebody at the door with pizzas.
Ooh, pizzas.
Yeah, since Charlie wouldn't make supper, we had to order our own.
I know.
I don't think you want to try my cooking.
But you can make craft dinner.
Oh,
Oh.
Ah.
And I could cut up some hot dog to go in that.
And there's also the the stuff you make.
The
The-
stuff I make.
The Chinese stuff, the pot thingamajiggies.
Instant noodles,
With that too, see?
like ramen.
There's ramen noodles.
that sounds horrible, all of that. Okay, well, thanks for making me test out the streaming software.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it. Next time, I think Charlie should be on every stream.
That's what I'm saying.
Charlie, could you do it? Could you stop watching Facebook garbage videos and just come on the stream?
Yeah, sure.
Facebook garbage videos.
Yeah.
Well,
Perfect.
actually, I'm watching TikTok videos right now.
All right, forget it. You're not on the streams anymore, though. Okay.
Have a good night.
Have a good evening, both of you.
You as
Au
well.
revoir.
Au revoir.
Tabernacle.